Hey cuties, I'm Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is the Young and the Restless edition. All right, guys, today is Thursday, July the 21st, 2022. And let's just jump right into this Young and the Restless, y'all, because on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 7.5 because it was good to me. All right, so we see Phyllis and Jack. Phyllis is sitting in the park, and Jack happens to cut through as always. And so, she at first Phyllis did good, and I was like, "Yes, girl, just tell him hi and let him keep it moving." And then, of course, Phyllis had to say, "But Jack, I wanted to talk to you about something. It's your sister." And she says, "Ashley is on my side with the whole Diane thing, and so can't you see what I was saying and how I love you?" And Phyllis, have some dignity. Cause y'all know I love Phyllis. That's my girl or whatever. I love me some Phyllis. And so I was like, have some dignity. Like, why are we begging Jack? Why are we begging Jack? And so Jack just tells her, I'm not going to discuss this with you or whatever. He respects Ashley and all that, but he's not going to discuss their, because there's nothing to discuss when it comes to them or whatever. And I said, Phyllis, just stop it, stop it. At some point, y'all find her someone that can handle Phyllis and all that comes with her. Please get her someone like that. Because honestly, Jack is not that one. He really is not. Jack is not that one. Y'all keep trying to get her with these cool, calm, collected men, but she doesn't need someone like that. She needs someone who can take her level of intensity and everything. And that's not them. Let's move on. So then we see Lily meets Phyllis at the Grand Phoenix, and Lily has an offer for Phyllis. For Phyllis. Now, where this storyline is going to go, I don't know, but I hope this is not going to be this rivalry or whatever, where Lily is supposed to come and try to, build another hotel, yada yada yada, or whatever. And I'm thinking like, so if this is a way for y'all to get rid of the Grand Phoenix with Phyllis, like what is she gonna do next? What would be her next career move or whatever? Because Phyllis seems like a woman that has to work. You know what I mean? Like she's a busybody. She has to be doing something. She has to, be motivated to get up and go every morning. And so I'm like, so what would be her next move? So, anyways, Lily says, I know you haven't thought about selling the Grand Phoenix. And Phyllis said, I am the Grand Phoenix. This is about me showing people, forget you. I got this. It's successful and I made this happen or whatever. And Lily said, "Well, just listen at what I'm trying to tell you." And so she gives her the folder, the portfolio, the offer. And Phyllis says, "Ooh, now wait a minute." Now I said it must be a lot of zeros behind whatever number that is. Because Phyllis was like, it's not for sale right now, but it did give Phyllis pause for the cause. And Lily said, I know I sprang this on you, so I'm gonna let you think about it. So then we see Jack and Phyllis come back together, and he's just like, she was like, "Did you have something else to say?" He said, "No, don't read anything until me being here." And I said, "Oh, it makes me so sick that he can say that kind of stuff to her. Like that. I don't know. I didn't like that, but y'all like Jack or whatever. Even though to me, Jack is like he weak kind of. I'm sorry. He coming across as it's coming across as weak. It's weak energy. But anyways, Phyllis is just like, if can I talk to you? Because he's there for marketing. And she said, no, I'll make sure everything is cool. And she said, but can I talk to you about this business proposal that Lily offered me? And he looks at it and he said, this is way over market value. And she said, honestly, if it wasn't for Summer, I would leave because I have nothing to stay here for. And he was like, you can't manipulate me, Phyllis, and all that. And she said, my love for you doesn't count or whatever. And he's like, I do love you. That's why it hurts so much. I said, get out of here. Phyllis, stop it. Stop always trying to do things and be like manipulative, trying to get emotions out of Jack. Like he untold you how he feels about you. Don't make this man tell you for the fifth time because it's coming off as desperate. It's coming off as desperation. It's coming off as I'm weak. It's coming off as I need your attention and I need you to want me and I need you to love me. The man done told you he don't want you, ma'am. Now you too cute for this. Move on. Cause y'all know I like me some feelings, but let's move on. So baby, Ashley told Allie she trying to feel Allie out, and Allie got that look on her face, the same one she be getting with Diane and Phyllis. And she said, "Why I feel like you got something to say to me about Diane?" And Ashley said, "I do." She said, "Diane cannot be trusted. Look how she came into your life and everything." And so Allie just, I'm gonna keep this cute and sweet and short. Ashley just told her, be careful around Diane, and Allie just told Ashley, "Listen, I'm grown. And I know I might look innocent and sound innocent, and everybody thinks I'm just this innocent little weak person." She said, "But I can read agenda and everything." And I said, "Allie, what kind of past you got? Because y'all in these spoilers be lying on Allie so much." But I do think they're gonna make something up there about Allie that we didn't know. But anyways, let's move on. She said, "I don't, I can't be manipulated by you, Phyllis, or Diane. So you just stop it. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go get ready for my date with Noah." And then she come back down and she look real cute and everything. And Ashley just tells her, "Oh, I'm glad y'all, that's about the rooftop at the GACA. I think that's what they call it. Anyways, that'll be oh, and by the way, Devon sold the athletic club, and so that's why Philly they need the Hotel Lily, because everyone was like, "Well, doesn't Devon still have the athletic club?" But then she said today that he sold it. Anyways, um, she said that's about as LA as you're gonna get here, that rooftop. And Ellie said, "I hope you're not offended by what I said earlier." And if baby, if anybody is not offended, it is Ashley. She said, "No, I love an independent, strong woman, and you get that through the bloodline or whatever." So that was that with that. So then we see Noah and Sharon talk, and she tells him, "I know you're happy because of Allie." He said, "Yeah, I'm just, he's cause he was like, I always have, always choose the wrong type of women." And she said, "I know, because you saw a toxic relationship going on and drama and everything." She said, "But relationships are not like that. So it's okay to have a relationship where it's just good." And I said, "You ain't never lied, Sharon." Y'all know I paraphrase. I like to do that. I said, "You've never lied, Sharon, because sometimes you just need a relationship where it's just all good. It's no drama. It's nothing like that." And she said, "Right." And so Noah was like, "Okay." And she said, "But what you need to do is talk to your daddy." So she makes him call Nick. I'm not gonna hold y'all long, and set up a meeting with Nick and everything. All right, let's move on, child. So then we see Adam with Victor. Y'all, I know y'all love y'all some Victor Newman, but he's giving, I can't stand him. I can't stand him. Especially when he told him, "Don't tell me you uh gave up the company so Sally Spectrum or whatever her name is." I said, "See, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful." And then he said, "I can't believe you would give up everything for her and you won't do that for your family. Do you hate us that much?" I said, "Well, maybe the man don't like you because you couldn't even get his girlfriend's name right. And he really did care about Sally. And you gonna call her what's his name? What you gonna call her? What's her name?" And then on top of that, I remember the last episode, or the last few episodes, where you were talking to Victoria and you said, "Well, if Sally couldn't get Adam back, what use did she go ahead and fire her?" Like, you treat people like they're nothing. And this is the problem with Adam and your Adam relationship, yours and Adam's relationship. He sees that you treat people this way, and Adam does not like that. He's saying, "Listen, I am a person. You cannot keep using me as a pawn to get your people, Victoria and Nick, to act the way you want to act. You gave me the," he said, "if you wanted me in your life, you would have kept me in this position. But you didn't keep me in this position. Therefore, I am gone. I don't want anything to do with you, nor do I want anything to do with this company. I'm done." And so Victor is like, "I just don't understand it. Why don't you come back? You said this before." And he said, "But before, I thought there was a chance that I could do something to, win your trust and win your loyalty and win your love and all." He said, "Dad, you don't listen. You don't listen to me. I'm sitting here telling you what the problem is, and you still don't hear me. It's all about what you want." Oh, I am passionate about this because I love me some Adam, and I especially love me some Adam with Sally. And Adam said, "So I'm done, and I can't stand Victor, so I'm done with this conversation too, Adam." So then we see Nick and Victoria talk, and they talk about how they're excited about Sally, but she's worried about Adam. I said, "Girl, that's not who you need to be worried about." She said she's worried about Adam, and maybe he just did all this because he's planning something on them. And Nick tells her, he was like, Adam has good qualities and he can be good if he wants to. He said, so I wouldn't count him out for him being good, and maybe he doesn't have anything planned. Well, then Adam sees them and he says, he had been by the office earlier, but they weren't there. And so when he sees them, he said, let me sit out here and I'm gonna give y'all a warning or whatever. He said, first of all, what y'all do with Sally? And he said, because I talked to Dad and he wasn't no help. And they said, well, Sal, we're gonna keep Sally on because she proved her worth, and so right now she's gonna have a 90-day period and everything. And he was like, y'all gonna see that she was worth it. And he said it might not have worked out for us, but it's good for her. And they said, and so Nick said, sounds like that's a sore subject. He said it is, so let's move this conversation on. And Nick said, all right. And so then he tells them, listen, I came to warn y'all about Ashley Locke. And they said, we destroyed Ashley. He said, and y'all didn't think about the consequences of that. He said, now I tried to tell Dad, and of course, he not even paying attention to what I'm trying to tell him about Ashley. And he said, but y'all had the man arrested for trying to see his son. You knew he was going to try to see his son. And they said, we didn't have anything to do with that. And they said, and Adam is like, but it doesn't matter. I told Ashlyn that Dad had something to do with it. Now Adam, because Adam had told Victor this as well about warning him about Ashlyn. Victor wasn't trying to hear it. All he told Adam was, so you spoke to Locke, and he said, listen to what I just told you, and all you have to do ask me is how I spoke to Locke. And that's why Adam just left. But he telling Victoria and them, yeah, I spoke to Locke. I saw him like at the athletic club. And they were like, why? That was like, oh really? You sought him out. He was like, yeah. He said, I was hoping Locke would be in a destructive mode, like want to get revenge on y'all and take down a company or whatever. He said, but I got with Locke, and he said his whole plan, I wasn't with that. And they said, what is it? And he said, well, first of all, he had trashed his hotel room. And Victoria said, now, wait a minute. As long as I know him, he never acted out like that. And he said, and then when he mentions Victor's darling daughter and the look in his eyes, Adam said, that gave me chills. And Nick was like, "Oh my God," because Nick been telling Victoria and Victor from the very beginning, leave Ashlyn alone. Leave Ashlyn alone. But would they leave him alone? No, they kept going at him. And that's another thing Adam told Victor. He was like, you did this to this man. I had got him out of town and he was leaving. But no, Victoria had to be the one to bring him back in and get the money back. He was like, you doubt your sister for getting the money back? He said, no. And he said, but then you went and got him arrested and everything. And Ashlyn is on the loose or whatever, but Victor wasn't trying to hear it. So he tried to tell Nick and Victoria, and she says, he was like, look at his eyes anyways, gave me chills. And she said, you think he gonna do something to me? He said, listen, I don't know. But then Adam got up and he said, listen, now I know we not the closest. And I know how y'all feel about me, and I feel exact the same. I feel the exact same way, and I know y'all might not trust me. He said, but no matter what happens, I don't want nobody getting hurt. And he said, Ashland has went off the deep end, and y'all need to be careful or whatever. And then he leaves, and so then we see that Nick and Victoria talk, and he talks to Noah or whatever, and he's like, okay, I'll meet you at the coffee house. And then he told Victoria, she said, do you think Ashley would do something to me? She said, went off the deep end. She said, I don't think he would do something to me. And Nick said, you need to come to the ranch so we can look out for you. He said, because we don't know about Ashley. And she said, no, Nick, I'll be okay. It's fine. I'm not going to, I don't think he would do anything to me. She said, but I'll think about coming to the ranch. And he says, well, let me take you to the office or wherever you got to go. And she said, no, I'm going to walk. He said, Victoria, we just talked about this. She said, Daddy got security on me, and if something I feel unsafe or something, I'm gonna hit them up. It's fine. I said, girl, this man is crazy. You acting like he not crazy, but okay, girl. So then we see Sharon, Noah, and Nick. He goes to the coffee house. Sharon says, let me get y'all something to drink. Noah said, come outside with me. And then he said, have a seat. And Nick was just like, oh, I'm not going to like this. So then, baby, Victoria is walking back to the office and she cutting through that park. Everybody cut through. And I said, oh, this time ain't nobody there. But she's cutting through that park and she feels like an eerie feeling like somebody watching her. And so she looked back and she doesn't see anyone. And then she keeps on going, and then we look back and we see Ashley, and I said, "Where is the security detail? How are y'all not seeing this man follow this girl?" And let me tell you, that was the Young and the Restless today, guys. I'm gonna need tomorrow's episode to be just as good as today. Honestly, now that I'm talking myself into it because I like Adam so much, I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 8. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you tomorrow for the final episode of the week of Young and the Restless. Bye.